I don't know why, but I'm still nervous. Go ahead and start it there.
Oh, yeah,
I still feel like I need a burp cloth. Because even though he's almost 8 months old,
fair.
I remember this first
Both
5
of our
months.
pants are like all stained.
Yeah, I mean, it's not permanent stain. Anywho, part 2 of our story. Just introducing ourselves, saying who we are and our backstory.
We'll link part 1.
Right, part 1 of the previous video and
Our love story.
our love story. So we met at a dance. That's kind of how we first got introduced. And you had a friend there, Chase.
Oh.
Speaking of,
You just got doused. I'm sorry.
first take. The other video was the first take too.
We're not gonna edit this out. We're just
no.
gonna. This is real.
Part of the non-editing and 7-minute video is, I think I mentioned this before. I don't want to be a broken record. I don't want to have a 5 gigabyte video file on my computer that I have to render out and edit. So it's like, keep it 7 minutes, and also 1 take is a lot easier to edit. And point is,
Long story short, when we first started hanging out, I was like really interested.
she was head over heels.
So much so that I had to really pray. I was
can
like,
you
Lord, like I
hold it
feel
against
somehow entitled to this man, and this is ridiculous because I hardly know him.
Hey,
I watched a lot of he and his siblings made some fun like sketch YouTube videos, and I watched a lot of those, and I got a really good sense of
more of those.
his
coming
culture,
eventually.
his family, and I was like, okay, I really like this guy. So we hung out in a group of friends shortly after that.
I took a little bit of more convincing because I always had a struggle here. How do you have a conversation and in a relationship or whatever to get to the point where you can be head over heels for each other, solely committed in a monogamous marriage and relationship, but like be confident in each other and your character before you like have your heart open.
Yeah.
I always how did that? Yeah, it's a lot of
We were
it's
still
faith.
figuring that out.
Faith in the fact that you're gonna like, you know, and on your instincts, you know, faith that you have good instincts, that you have good mentors and people around you, and that she had. I guess we're skipping ahead here, but yeah, December 21st to 2016, up until about like June, right?
What?
Of being a relationship pre-engagement.
Yes. So
And-
after just being friends for a little while.
But we met in 2013. The dance was in 2013.
Yeah, 2013 we met, and I just kind of like I prayed about it. I said, okay, obviously this guy is not looking my way
Fell in a
twice.
little blanket there.
He's not interested at all. So I just kind of forgot about him at that point and forgot I was ever interested. Like God really helped me move forward. And then we were just friends for a solid
Everybody was
several
meeting up
years.
once a month.
I had game nights at my house, and he was coming over and just becoming a friend, honestly. In a very kind of group friend type of way. We weren't like, tell me, Richard,
I
about
thought it
your
was
life
weird
and your
at
prayers.
first.
Like
right.
that's not what it was.
It was not that kind of group. I was a little
I don't think we ever
standoffish.
texted one-on-one.
No, it wasn't. It was weird because it wasn't a singles group
No.
in terms of what the traditional singles group might mean with a church. It was definitely a fellowship group with folks. Maybe some people thought that. Maybe
Just
some
generally
guys.
like-minded friends.
I'll bet you some guys and gals they were like,
Sure. I mean, it was like a
around,
great place to
who's
meet
here.
someone, but that wasn't the purpose. It was
No.
just, I just needed friends. So,
right.
but eventually, I didn't know that this guy was like secretly watching me
For part of it, it was sort of it hit
Like,
me.
a
I was like,
while.
holy cow, who? This person's been here the whole time. I need to get to know this person, and yeah, partly scared. It's a big thing for a dude to ask a gal out.
Yeah.
It's huge. At least for me, it was. Some guys are like, doesn't matter. But I mean, I wanted to get to know you more, and I wasn't stalking.
So December 21st, tell the story.
Right. I was with my family in Bakersfield. We just had a Christmas, sort of early Christmas celebration with that part of the family, with my grandparents. And my brother-in-law was like, hey, Ryan, Richard, when are you guys getting married? When am I? Because my brother-in-law's got 4 kids. He's like, when are your kids going to hang out here and open
You're
presents
going
with mine?
to give my kids cousins.
And it just sort of, I was like, dude, like, I'm like 27. I might as well just, you know.
You knew at that point you were already interested in me.
Right. And I feel like
Yeah.
it's all kind of a blur in my mind, but there was a combination of a couple of conversations early on with you and me around a campfire, one-on-one, just outside of your parents' house, or you guys had a bonfire in the backyard, or like even in the living room. I would just be hanging out for a few hours, just talking.
Yeah, so December 21st basically started our, I would say, intentional friendship. Like he told me, hey, I'm interested in pursuing you towards marriage.
Right.
I think I could marry you, so I want to really
Yeah.
kind of pursue you.
That's an interesting way of opening it up.
Yeah.
I put intentional dating, courtship.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was basically for the whole month of January, I was just really, really considering him because I knew he kind of already pretty much knew from his side that he wanted to pursue me, wanted to be in a relationship with me, and I had just been completely surprised. So I kind of had to decide like, okay, do
Yeah, that was
I
definitely
really
like,
this person like
and
that?
I've had some conversations with guys, because a couple of my best friends are getting married this year, and it's like they're like, how do you what do you, not that they like ask me for questions or anything, but like I don't know, like how do you as a guy in this culture in this time period.
I think it's different for everyone. Everyone's
It is
story
very-
looks different.
Yeah.
And I was super honored by the way he asked me. He actually approached me with my dad there and said, hey, like, I want to get to know you. I want a family someday.
Yeah.
I don't want to make this weird or awkward in our friend group. So I just
Right.
said, hey, like, I really respect you as my friend. I said, I have to be perfectly honest with you. I don't have any feelings for you whatsoever, which was true. Because I had just had a few years of not being interested in that way. And then it was funny because he was thrilled that I said that because he really wanted me to be able to be objective and not be completely led by my feelings, which just made me respect him even more. So
Which was an interesting loop. I didn't consider that as a possibility of like having that sort of
so
loop going on there.
by the end of January, we knew like we were probably going to get married, but we became boyfriend and girlfriend first.
Yeah.
February 2nd,
Somewhere in there, yeah.
first or whatever.
And then
then-
June 10th, got engaged and planned a wedding in 3.
Yeah,
Her
we
and her
knew right
mom.
away.
That's the thing is, wherever you're at married, not married, you know somebody you want to get married to, you're not sure. Hey, buddy, you keep throwing your toy on the ground. You can't. He's at least 3 times so far.
You know?
So
I'll take it.
it's an interesting combination, relying on God and being wise and using the elements around you to push the narrative forward.
Yeah.
That's always an interesting balance, and I think it's through this sort of like conversation and using wisdom and applying scripture and looking at godly counsel, you know, because Paul wrote different things to different churches based on what they needed, you know.
Yeah.
So
We might have to do a longer story
Yeah.
of this at some point.
at some point, we just wanted to introduce ourselves, say
Kinda
hi.
say in a nutshell our story. We saved ourselves for marriage. We even saved our first kiss for the altar.
Yeah.
But overall, our relationship looked like, we were alone sometimes for dates. But we really included a lot of accountability and authority, and we had a lot
Yeah.
of people speaking into our relationships.
Virtuous living, man.
Yeah,
It's definitely,
it's good. And we're over
I like
time
that.
again.
you know, maybe we should kiss after watching it. There you go.